Hi, welcome to our lesson for today, which is all about progressive tenses of the verb. Now, when we say progressive tense, we pertain to the action that is going on at the time of speaking. Now, how to form the progressive tense? Well, we only need to follow this pattern. We have the verbs, which are am, is, or, was, and were, plus the present participle of the verb. This is actually the base form of the verb with ing. Now let's deal with the present progressive. Now, how to form the present progressive tense? We'll put the be verbs plus the present participle of the verb. And we have singular be verbs and is, which are being used for the singular subjects, and also the plural be verb or, which is being used for plural subject. Now let's have some examples. Politics is changing because people can choose who they want to vote. Now let's speak out the verb in the present progressive tense. Is changing, and we use is because we have the singular subject politics, and so we need to put a singular be verb. Second, people are making efforts to lessen environmental pollution. Now, let's speak out the verb in the present progressive tense. Are making. We used are because we have here the plural subject, which is people, and so we need to put a plural be verb. Third, I am learning to become a global citizen without losing my identity as a Filipino. Now, let's speak out the verb in the present progressive tense. Am learning. Now, remember to always use am if you have the pronoun I. And the pronoun I is always a singular subject. That's why we need to put a singular be verb, which is am. Now, let's just recall those sentences. We have the politics is changing, people are making, and I am learning. All of these are present progressive tense. The actions are continuous. Now, when to use the present progressive? We will use the present progressive if the action is going on at the time of speaking. Example, let's be quiet. The baby is sleeping. This means that the baby is sleeping when you say be quiet. You will not say be quiet. The baby slept. That means the action happened in the past, and probably the baby is now awakened. Remember that the action going on is continuous until a certain period of time. In other words, the action is temporary and only applies to the time of speaking. So when you say, please be quiet, the baby is sleeping, the action is ongoing, and thus it is only temporary because later on the baby will wake up. Next, we will use the present progressive if the action is happening over a period of time, which includes the present. In other words, the action is continuous until the present time. Let's say the sentence is, my father is working in a candy factory. You will only say my father worked in a candy factory if it's already done. We can also say that my father works in a candy factory since we talk about the present time and that's his work. That's what he does. But the only difference is that is working in a candy factory means that my father is working now but will eventually resign in the future. Because just like what I mentioned earlier, progressive tense denotes a temporary action. And another, we use the present tense if we have ongoing, developing, or future actions. Now, let's have an example denoting an ongoing action. Do not talk while the teacher is discussing. Here, there is a discussion happening inside the classroom because the teacher is discussing. The action is ongoing. Next is developing action. Example, I am starting to enjoy English 4. Am starting. This is an action that is developing because of the processes, experiences, or levels for you to enjoy the English 4. For the future action, the clowns are arriving in an hour. Here, we can also say that the clowns will arrive in an hour. That's fixed. That's expected that the clowns will arrive in an hour. But using a progressive tense, it means that the clowns are arriving in the future with no exact time, since the action is in progress. Now, let's proceed with the past progressive. Similar to the present progressive tense, we have this pattern, the verbs plus the present participle of the verb. But of course, we have to use the be verbs that should be in the past tense. We have singular, which is was, and plural, which is were. When to use the past progressive tense? We use this to describe events that happened across a certain period of time. Example, he was playing basketball all day. This means that he did not stop playing. He was doing that the whole day. Next, we use the past progressive if there's an action going on when something else happened. Example, he was playing basketball when his father arrived. He was playing basketball is the ongoing action. His father arrived is the other event that happened, but it's in the past tense since it happened at once. Next, if the event happened in the past while there's an ongoing action, we will use the past progressive. Example, his father arrived while he was playing basketball. Now, his father arrived is the action happened in the past, and he was playing basketball is the ongoing action which started in the past. But then, even though it started in the past, the action is continuous in the present time. But of course, the action will stop until a certain period of time. Just like what I mentioned earlier, the progressive tense deals with the temporary action. Now, let's move on to the future progressive tense. Future progressive is used for an ongoing action that will occur in the future. Now, how to form this? We will use be verbs plus the present participle of the verb. We have will be plus the present participle and also shall be plus the present participle. Now, let's have the examples. Ricky will be cooking tonight. They will be painting that wall. Now, we are talking about the actions that are in progress and that will happen in the future. Now, how to form the present participle? Of course, first things first, we have to add ing to most verbs. Example, from play, just add ing to make it playing. And also shout, just add ing to make it shouting. Now, for verbs that end in e, we have to remove e and add ing. Example, prepare, which is ending in e, remove e and then add ing. And also in the verb drive, we have to remove e so that we can insert ing. For verbs that end in ie, we have to change ie to y and add ing. Example, lie, which is ending in ie, we have to change the ie into y and add ing to make it lying. And also in anti, Just change the IE to Y and then add ing. Now, for a verb whose last syllable is written as consonant, vowel, consonant, and is stressed, we have to double the final consonant and add ing. Let's have some examples. First, we have run. So, what is the pattern here? We have consonant because of the R, and the vowel because of the U, and the consonant because of the N. We have consonant, vowel, consonant. And how do we pronounce it? It's run. So, we have to double the final consonant, which is N, to have the spelling like this. Running. And also in the verb forget. So what is the pattern? We have consonant because of the F, and vowel because of the O, consonant because of the R, consonant again because of the G, vowel because of the E, and consonant because of the T. Okay, the last letters are having the pattern consonant, vowel, consonant, and it is stressed because when we pronounce it, it is like forget. Now, we will double the final consonant to make it forgetting. And we're done talking about the progressive tenses of the verb. Now, if you have any confusion about the lesson, you may go back to the portion of this video, or you may also read the lesson below this video. And once everything is clear, please go to the LMS and answer the given worksheet. Good luck, and see you in my next lesson. Bye!